Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, we are going to reorganize my kids' past homeschool work because my old system is just not cutting it anymore. So, in true homeschool fashion, I am making changes. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 12 and 15. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So here is everything that I'm going to be using to reorganize our homeschool work. I'm going with the tote system. So this is just a couple of baskets or a few stacks of past work that I really need to go through. I really kind of let this area go. I haven't done this in like a year. I also pulled out my paper cutter just in case I need to trim anything down. And then I did make these really cute labels for each year for my girls to put in the front of each file with their school photos on the front. I just thought that would be cute. And then these are like sticky 5x7 pockets to hold those cute little labels for each file. I did purchase these on Amazon and I will link everything down below if you guys are interested. Now, this is the tote that I'm going to be using, and I'm only going to use one tote for both of the girls. So on one side, I'll have Lydia, and on the other side, I will have Bella. And as you can see, the hanging folders fit perfect in here. So that's kind of why I wanted to go with the tote, because I could just use one instead of having like multiple bins and buckets. These are the little tabs for the hanging folders, and my girls did pick these out. You could definitely like color coordinate the file to your kid if this is the system you want to use, but both of my girls actually just like the Galaxy one, so they're just going to share them. And then I did pull out my ColourPop label maker just so I can label the little tabs and they look neat and clean instead of with my really poor handwriting. And then this is how I used to store my girls' work. I used to just keep it in a binder, and it worked well for, the past, 10 years that we've been homeschooling, but I'm running out of room now. So I really needed to update this system. This is part of the reason why I haven't gone through their work in over a year, because I just wasn't ready, or I just didn't want to, I guess we can say, do this, what I'm going to be doing today. So there's that, but the binder system did work for a really long time, but now let's change it up and put it into a tote so I have more room. So I'm starting off with just counting out and kind of like trying to match up files for each of my kids because they are both going to need 13 files. We started homeschooling in kindergarten. We never did like a pre-K or anything. Well, I guess officially, I was like reading and teaching my kids, but we didn't do like an official like pre-K or anything like that. So I need kindergarten through 12th grade for my kids. So I'm just starting off by putting the little sticky pocket in the front of the file. And as you can see, look how cute these are, you guys. I love it. I just love them so much. But that is what I'm working on here. And I decided to just take the time to add the pockets and the tabs to every single file, even the grades that my kids haven't completed. That way they're just already done. I don't have to go back and try and, figure out what I used or anything like that. They are all completed. So all I have to do going forward is put their little, picture in the front and then add their schoolwork. So I'm glad I took the time to do that because I wasn't going to at first because I was being a little lazy, but yes, they are completed for the rest of their school career, I guess you can say. Okay, so now that I'm done adding the pockets and the little cute pictures in the front of the files, I'm going to start working on the tabs for the files. Now, again, I'm using my label maker just because I know that if I was to handwrite these tabs or these labels, I would be unhappy with it. So, because that's just how I am. I know that about myself. So I did want to use my label maker to do this, and as you can see, I did print a couple of them too big, so I had to go back and reprint them in a smaller font size. But that's all I'm working on now, is creating these little tabs or labels for each of the files. Okay, so now I'm actually adding the files to the tote. Now here, as you can see, I put Bella facing one way and Lydia facing the other way, just to make it easier, and that way when I look at the bin, I could see, you know, what side is for what kid. But now I am working on the time-consuming part. Now I am going through all of their past schoolwork. Now, the stuff in the binder is really easy because I know I want to keep everything that's inside their binders because this work has already been gone through, you know, throughout the years. So I do know that I'm keeping everything in here, but it was taking me a while because I kept on, you know, stopping and staring and looking at how cute their artwork was, or, you know, how they used to write stories and stuff. So, you know, it was just it was a mom moment here. I was definitely getting emotional looking at their past work. And I should probably add that I do not keep all of their work. I do recycle some of it. Now, this is where it was really time consuming. These baskets of papers, these have not been gone through yet. So this is where I had to kind of go through and find out what I wanted to keep and what to go ahead and recycle. So here's how it turned out. I am so happy with the end result. Definitely cleaner and more organized than before. And it is going to be easier for me to access this tote than it was the binders. I used to keep the binders on the very top shelf in my library in my loft, where this is going to actually be held with a lot of my homeschooling supplies that I use more regularly. So keeping it in this tote is actually going to be way more convenient for me. I love how it came out. Like I was saying, I love that I added the photos to the front. I just think it makes it look super cute. So that is it for today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.